Hello, it's March 2016 and I have just had my stage 1 radial artery phalloplasty procedure. So for those of you that don't know, the radial artery phalloplasty is where typically the forearm is used to create a phallus, which is then attached to the pubic area, ensuring a good blood flow. And then another site on your body is used to replace the skin and flesh taken from your arm. So I'm going to show you a photograph of my arm when I think it's about 2 weeks post-op. If you don't like the look of this sort of thing, turn away now. Right, that is as it was, unravelled to me. Like I say, approximately 2 weeks after the op. It is a little bit messy, but considering that's flesh taken from my buttocks and put on my arm, that's not so bad. So there you go, that's gone. My arm now, as you can see, all the scab has come off this side. This side I've got a little bit of scab left, which is actually still sticking up. That was always the deepest area, so it's just taken a little bit of time to go. If you look at it from the side, really blends in with my arm here. There's a bit of a dip here. I was concerned that the whole thing would look like a step down, but I'm actually really amazed with how well the skin graft has gone and how quickly it's healed. I'm approximately 7 weeks post-op now. So the operation was in January. I went up to Highgate Hospital in London. I spent 6 nights in the hospital. The first 3 nights you had the catheter and drains in, so you were literally in your bed most of the time, watching television, whatever you're doing, reading. I slept a lot. They check to make sure that the blood is flowing every hour for the first 24 hours, and then they'll check it, I think it ends up being like once every 4 hours after that. Everyone sees it. I've had trainee nurses in, nothing is sacred in hospital, even when you have that wonderful first shower as well. There was a nurse as well. I was still bleeding ever so slightly. It's a major operation, so there's lots to make sure that everything's healing. Day 6, I was ready to go home. I was fed up with hospital food, although it wasn't too bad in fairness, but just ready to come home. So 2 weeks after I'd returned home, I think I had the district nurses out and I had the staples from my buttocks removed, which was an ordeal in itself because my skin has started to heal over some of the staples. So I was healing really well, too well. Once the staples were out, it was really difficult to bend. Just couldn't bend, couldn't sit down. They were weeping, so I had to protect myself. And I found myself buying something, or asking my partner actually to buy sanitary towels, something I thought I had long left behind. I suddenly needed because they stick on to your trousers and, well, like pyjama bottoms, and then they can make sure that your weepage doesn't come through. So back to sanitary towels, although it was only for a short space of time. I still can't bend properly, not in the way I could before my operation, but it is getting much better. Usually I have to go down on my knees to be able to pick up anything. Overall, really pleased with the quality of the surgery. The phallus is of good size. I'm very pleased with it. It was bigger than I thought. The skin graft on my arm is better than I thought. They've taken more of my butt than I thought. But it's all been really worthwhile, and I'm really looking forward to the next surgery so I'm the next stage on. I had salt baths as well. That really helped with my backside. So the reason they chose my backside to cover my arm is because I wasn't big enough around the middle to take it from my tummy. So I'm between 5'8" and 5'9", and having lost a little bit of weight before I went into hospital, I was only weighing 10 stone, which is what I was weighing before I transitioned. So ideally you want a bit of extra weight on you before the op, and I think that's also why I'm struggling so much since with bending and things, because I just haven't got an awful lot of room to stretch. The next op will be 3 to 4 months' time. Apparently there's a slight delay on the hysterectomies, so my next op will include hysterectomy, vaginectomy, connecting the urethra to the phallus, so the tube's there already, and deciding before the op whether I want the clitoris buried within the phallus or left where it is. It's quite a big decision, I have no idea yet. So everything's going very well. The thing I wasn't aware of when I had my post-op appointment with Harley Street is that you get to use saline solution to flush through your phallus from the top, so you just syringe it through, and obviously at the moment it's coming through the phallus and out the bottom and then just going into the toilet, and that's because your skin will still be producing oils and you don't want those oils to build up because it can be quite a unique smell. And I thought it was me not, I've been trying to be as hygienic as possible and as clean as possible, and I'm thinking I must be missing something. There's lots of scars and I'm slightly stitched up in certain areas, and I thought, well, maybe I'm missing something, but no, it's because your skin will still create those oils, so they will get you to flush that through from now until your next operation. What else to tell you? I'm really, really pleased. My operation came through at short notice, and I'm pleased that it did, because I think I would have overthought the whole process. As it was, it came along rather quickly, just got on and did it, and I can't believe I'm almost 2 months out the other side. So I would highly recommend it. If anyone who is considering the operation or just want to know more, then please leave a comment below. Thank you.